Hey, everybody. Happy New Year. It's Joanne Muse of the Tax Lien Lady here to answer your questions about investing in tax liens and tax deeds. And I came on a little late today. I usually do this at 2 p.m. and it's 2:03. Um, I was eating my lunch and then I came to do the Facebook Live for you, Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live. And my computer that I normally do this from was taking its sweet time. It was giving me a hard time. So I'm doing this on my Microsoft touchpad. So and I'm in a different background. I'm in a different room, but I'm here to answer your questions. So let me know when you come on, where you're coming in from, what state you're in, what state you're investing in or want to invest in, so that I can best answer your questions because tax lien and tax deed investing is different everywhere. Now, some things that might be different this year in 2004 with tax lien investing in the wintertime, particularly in February. Normally, Nassau County has a big tax lien sale every year and it's online. But right now, there are no lien sales going on in the state of New York. When I said Nassau County, I meant Nassau County, New York. There are Nassau counties in like almost every state, but Nassau County, New York has a big online tax lien sale every year. Now, it's you've got to have a lot of money to invest in that sale because since they went online, they have a minimum deposit of $5,000 and they take that to be 10% of your budget. So you need to have $50,000 in order to in your account to invest to be successful in that sale. However, this year there might not be a sale unless the New York governor changes his law that he recently passed in New York that halts the tax lien sales in New York. So that being said, what is happening in February is the Arizona tax lien sales, and many of those are online. And then in March, we'll start the Indiana commissioner sales, and some of those will be online. So those are the big tax lien sales that are coming up, especially the ones that are online. But in the meantime, there are a lot of tax deed sales going on, many of which are online now, and redeemable deed sales. There's some coming up in Tennessee, and some of those are online. Texas and Georgia have redeemable deed sales about once a month. The larger counties have redeemable tax deed sales once a month. And only one or two of those counties in Georgia are online, but there used to only be a handful in Texas that are online, but there are more and more Texas counties going online. So some of those are online now as well. And if you live in Texas, I suggest that you go to the smaller counties, the out of the way places, to the live sales if you can, because you'll have more success at those sales. And what else do we have coming up as far as tax redeemable deed sales and tax deed sales? Well, Florida, the state of Florida has online deed sales all the time. Now, we talked about Texas and Georgia having redeemable deed sales once a month. Well, Florida, some counties have deed sales more often than that. Some might have a couple a month. Some might have one a month. Some might have one every week, right? So there can be tax sales going on all the time in some counties in Florida, deed sales. So those are the major things that are going on right now. Also, the state of Ohio has a lot of deed sales coming up. Now, I will tell you that there's not a lot available in those Ohio sales in any one of them, but there are a lot of sales coming up and many of those are online as well. So happy New Year to everybody. Nicole has put that in there for you, and I wished everybody a happy New Year when we started. And when you come on, just say hello. Let me know what state you're coming in from, and bring me your questions, because I am here to answer your questions about investing in tax liens and tax deeds. Now, while you're thinking of, what your number one question is that you want to ask me, I want to let you know about our 2024 Wealth Building Conference that is happening. It starts January 15th. What happens is January 15th, uh, I will publish, or I will send out the first two of our interviews from the experts that I'm interviewing for the Wealth Building Conference. Now, this year, I'm really excited about the speakers that I have. I have uh, maybe half the speakers we had last year, but the rest are brand new speakers with new topics. As a matter of fact, I got to tell you what I did on New Year's Day. On New Year's Day, last year on New Year's Day, I had COVID, so I was resting, right? But this year on New Year's Day, I had all this energy and I was so inspired. Cleaned up around my front door, my front deck, got a new mat for my front door, cleaned up uh, cleaned up another area in my home. I did a lot of cleaning and redecorating, and I was inspired by one of the experts that I interviewed. I interviewed. You're going to meet her if you sign up for the challenge, not challenge. I'm sorry, the conference. And Nicole has put the link in the comments for you to sign up for the Wealth Building Conference. It's free. And each day for 5 days, I'll be sending out the recorded interviews from the experts that I'm interviewing for this conference. And I was just telling you about one that really inspired me to clean and do some organizing and decorating in my home to invite the money in, right? And you'll get to meet her when you sign up for the conference. Again, it's free to sign up, and Nicole has put the link in the comments for you. And so the interviews will go out January 15th, which is 2 weeks from yesterday. It's a Monday. And so for 5 days, from Monday to Friday, I'll be sending out 2 to 3 interviews a day. Okay. And again, it's free to watch these recordings, and the speakers give away some valuable gifts as well. So you also get the speaker gifts, and we're also going to give other things to people who want VIP access. Now, you can pay for VIP access, which gives you lifetime access to all the recordings and the freebies that the speakers give away, and some extra stuff that we'll be giving to people with VIP access. And it's only $47 until we start January 15th. That will go up to $97. But if you don't get VIP access, it is free to sign up. Each day you'll get 24 hours to review the interviews that come out that day. Okay. And again, we're going to have 2 or 3 interviews each day on topics like the one I was just talking about, feng shui for wealth, right? And and topics like becoming financially independent, um, and managing your money better, different real estate investing strategies that are working in today's market, that people are really making a lot of money from in today's market. 4 different real estate strategies, besides I'll be talking about tax lien investing as well. And how to make money twice on your investment, how to get paid twice on your investment. So I have some really great speakers lined up, and we're going to talk about philanthropy and attitudes of the wealthy. So join us, whether you come free and watch the recordings every day, or whether you get VIP access for only $47 for the whole week of expert interviews. Nicole has put the link for you in the comments, and make sure you use the www.2024wealthbuildingconference.com. Oh yes, and Nicole just reminded me, if you have kids that or grandkids that are going to college, that will be going to college at some point, right? We have another expert that we interviewed all about getting into college for free, having Uncle Sam pay your kids or your grandkids to go to college. My kids are all out of college. A couple of them have master's degrees. And guess what? I wish I knew this speaker 15 years ago, because I am still paying on a student loan for my youngest son, and my youngest son is still paying his part of it too. Yeah, so I wish I knew that 15 years ago. All right. So we just talked about the 2024 Wealth Building Conference, which starts January 15th. You could sign up for it now, free. And the other thing that I want to tell you about is last month we had, we had, oh, let me think about what, what I was going to tell you. It just slipped my mind. But last month, I let people in to the Advanced Tax Lien Investing Secrets training, which I'm only going to do one more time. My responsibilities are becoming greater for the fund that I invest for. And so I have to cut out some of the things I do. So the Advanced Tax Lien Investing Secrets training is an 8-module course that includes 8 weeks of coaching with me. And it's a way to give you the knowledge and the resources that you need over 2 months to get your next or first tax lien or tax deed. So we opened it up last month for a short time, but we do have room, and we only had, when we opened it up, I only wanted to take 10 new students, but we do have room for more. We do have room for more students. So we opened it up again just for this week. All right. And Nicole, wow, Nicole, you're fast. She has also put in the link for that, for the Advanced Tax Lien Investing Secrets training in the comments for you. All right, because for the last 2 weeks, you were not able to join. All you could do was get on the wait list. But so we've opened it up again because we still have room. And this is the last time I'm going to do this. And this will be for the winter tax sales that are going on, the ones that I was talking about. If you missed the beginning of this Facebook Live, just watch the replay when we're done, because I talked about what tax sales are coming up. All right. I talked about some lien sales and redeemable deed sales and deed sales that are coming up, and some that are online, the major ones that are coming up. Now, there are others in other states, but the ones that I was talking about are, the big ones. So that are, well, except for Ohio. Ohio doesn't have a lot in their deed sales, but they do have a lot of deed sales going on right now. All right, so I am here to answer your questions. So let me know who's here and what your question is. All right, because it's just me talking, and that's no fun. I want to answer your questions. I want to help you get your first or your next tax lien or tax deed. All right, so what questions do you guys have for me today? And where are you coming in from? Where are you watching from? All right, we did get a question in from YouTube. Thank you, Nicole. Okay, we have a tax lien holder, and it seems the house is abandoned. Is there a way I could get a permit to do work in the house or accelerate the foreclosure? Yeah, and we don't know unless we know your location, because this is different in every state. In some states, what you would do is you would check with the tax collector or county treasurer, whoever is responsible for the tax sale. And you would find out if they have a blighted list um, of blighted properties. And if the property that you have a lien on could get on that list. Here's the thing, you don't own the house when you have a lien. You don't have any ownership at all. So if you go in there and do any work to the house, you could lose that money if the owner then comes back and redeems. Okay, they don't have to pay you any work that you did. Now, sometimes you can get it added to your lien, but that is something like if you have to fix the hole in the roof to protect, if you've got to do something to protect the property, all right, you might be able to get it added to your lien. But the only way to find that out is to ask if you're in New England or New Jersey, you're going to ask the township tax collector, municipal tax collector. If it's in another state, you have to, ask the county treasurer or whoever is responsible for the tax sale to find that out. You can also read the state statutes and see if there's anything in the state statutes about that. Okay. So that's one way you could attack that. The other thing you could do is if it is a distressed property or a blighted on a blighted property list or distressed property list, sometimes you can foreclose quicker. I know in New Jersey, and if it gets on that list, if you could get it on that list, you can foreclose in 6 months instead of 2 years. If it is an abandoned, blighted property in some municipalities in New Jersey, you could do that. Other states I don't know about. But you could find that out by reading the state statutes that apply to tax sales. Or the easiest way to find that out is to ask the whoever is responsible for the sale, county treasurer or municipal tax collector. All right, so we have more people watching now, and I am here to answer your questions. Let me know what state you're coming in from, what state you're watching from, what state you're investing in, and what your questions are. I'm happy to answer them for you. I want to help you get started with tax lien and tax deed investing. Or if you're already investing, if you already have tax liens and tax deeds and you have questions, I am here to answer them. All right, Nikki is asking, if a property doesn't sell through foreclosure, does it get put on a secondary list? You have to be more specific. What state are we talking about? And if it doesn't sell through foreclosure, it doesn't get put on a secondary list. In most states, what happens is the investor gets it. The investor gets it. Indiana, okay, Indiana. All right, so if it doesn't sell through foreclosure in Indiana, Nikki, do you have any liens in Indiana? And have you done any foreclosures? I do not, it does not get on a secondary list if it doesn't sell through foreclosure. That doesn't put it on a secondary list. And in Indiana, I don't know if counties in Indiana have a secondary list because some counties in Indiana, they just keep selling the property in the sale every year until it sells. It goes into if it doesn't sell in the lien sale, it goes into the commissioner's sale. And if it doesn't sell in the commissioner's sale, they keep selling it every year until it does. Or not. And I'm not sure what happens to it after that. If it doesn't, so I don't know what you mean by if it doesn't sell through foreclosure. Because what happens is it's sold in a lien sale. And if it doesn't sell in the lien sale, it goes to the commissioner's sale. And then if it doesn't sell in the commissioner's sale, the county just keeps selling it every year in the commissioner's sale. Now, if somebody buys it in the commissioner's sale, and in the commissioner's sale, the redemption period is shortened to 4 months. And 4 months later, they will have to foreclose. They will have to go through the foreclosure. Now, if they don't take the right steps, then they're going to lose the property, and I'm not sure if it goes back into the tax sale. I'm not sure what happens after that. But here's the thing that you have to do once the redemption period is over, even before the redemption period is over, noticing you have to hire an attorney in Indiana for every lien that you get. And you don't wait for the foreclosure to be over, for the foreclosure period to be over, because noticing has to be done within a certain time after you get the lien. So you don't wait for foreclosure. You have to hire an attorney. If you buy in the regular lien sale that happens in the fall, you need to hire an attorney after 30 days. If you buy in the commissioner's sale, you need to hire an attorney right away, because noticing has to go out. Okay. Then before the end of the redemption period, noticing gets done again, that you're going to foreclose on the property. And then it goes through foreclosure. And then you get the property. So I'm not sure what your question is there, Nikki. Okay, you're asking, is the list of the commissioner sale properties available from the county? It will be. The commissioner sales don't happen until the spring. They will start in March. Some of them will open in February. Some of them will open in February, but you won't be able to get those lists now. Okay, but you could check with the county you could check with the county commissioner. They're the ones that do the commissioner sale, the county commissioner. But those lists are not published yet. A lot of them, if they are, you'll find them on sriauctions.com. Okay, they handle most of the Indiana tax sales. So that's where to look online. SRI Auctions online. SRI Auctions. Oh, you know what? They've changed it. It's now SRI Services. You have to go to sriservices.com. And they handle the Indiana tax sales. Some of them are online. The ones that are online are on zeusauction.com. But sriservices.com has the information for all of the Indiana tax sales, and Zeus Auction, including the ones that are online, but the actual online sales happen on Zeus Auction for most of them, not all of them. So there's a couple of Indiana sales that might be on other online platforms, but most of them are on Zeus Auction. And Nicole has put those links in there for SRI Services and for zeusauction.com. So, by the way, Nikki, we also have a training just for the Indiana commissioner sales. We have a Done With You training for the Indiana commissioner sales. And that takes you step by step through the whole thing. I even have an attorney who did some of the training with me for that program. And if you go to taxlienlady.com/Indiana, you'll see that program. It's at taxlienlady.com/Indiana. All right, so who else is with us, and who else has a question for me, and what state are you investing in? and bring me your questions. Oh, you're welcome, Nikki. Anybody else have questions? And even if you don't have a question, just say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. And Happy New Year if you weren't here when we said it earlier. Happy New Year. Have a prosperous 2024, an abundant and wealthy 2024. And yep, and Nicole has put that entire link in there for you for the Indiana Commissioner Sales training. And it's updated every year. It's all pre-recorded, and what's updated every year is when the sales take place. So I don't have it updated yet for 2024 because the information isn't available yet for the sales. Only for a couple of them. There are a couple of them that will be coming up on Zeus auction, but they're not open yet. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Any more questions? And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking these posts that I do, these Facebook Lives. And if nobody has a question, I'm going to hang out just for another minute to see if we have any questions. And if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to close this episode of Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live. Okay, and come next week with your questions, and I will answer them for you to the best of my knowledge. And if I don't have the answer, I will point you in the right direction to find it. Okay? All right, everybody. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next week. Bye.